Power doesn't corrupt. Whoever said that? People are corrupt. When they get empowered, it becomes super visible. When they're somewhere, the microscope is not on them, so you don't see it. First of all, let's understand what is corruption. The fundamental definition of corruption is just this. If there is something called as me and there's something called as you, corruption has started. Because what is me is more important than what's you, isn't it? Once me comes, what is mine and what is not mine will come. Once this is mine and this is not mine comes, corruption is deepened. If you get very attached to what is mine and what is not mine, then it's well established. Like this it goes on. Because the nature of who you are is such, you have to identify with something. If you identify with just this body, one level of corruption. Then you will get married and identify with two bodies, another kind of corruption, corruption multiplied. When your identification is with this body, you already corrupt, but it's so small scale, nobody notices it. Or everybody accepts it, oh, it's natural. But when it becomes two, the corruption becomes little bigger. People can see the conspiracy. Family is the first form of corruption. Yes, I'm not speaking against it, I'm just telling you. It is so, because suddenly what is ours and what is not ours becomes important. Then comes community, then comes nation, then comes race, then comes religion, like this, different levels of corruption. Essentially, corruption means whatever thoughts of well-being, acts of well-being that human being is able to commit, he's excluding somebody, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes? Right now there is something here, I want to give little more to this person, little less to this person. This is corruption, isn't it? The more strongly you're identified with what is me and what is mine, you have become more corrupt. Only thing is, it may be… the question is whether it is socially accepted forms of corruption or not. If something happens to your family, your children, when buckets of tears will come, when children are running around without clothes or food in their belly on the streets, no teardrop ever came to you, no thought came to you, you're corrupt, essentially you're corrupt. If you make you the Prime Minister, your corruption will be reported in the media. Yes. Right now, your corruption is not worth reporting because it doesn't have so much consequence to other people. Corruption is not always a conscious thing. Most of the corruption on the planet is because you're identified with something limited. Limited identity is corruption. The moment you're identified with what is me and what is mine, you are corrupt, essentially corrupt. If you become the Prime Minister, it will be visible to everybody. Every single act that you do has huge impact on millions of people, so it is seen. Right now, between your right hand and left hand, you made one superior, one inferior. In this state, if you become a Prime Minister, isn't it? This is superior hand, this is inferior hand, you know. See, if you make your identity yourself, you will rob the person next to you. If you make your identity for your community, you will do good things to your community at the cost of some other community. If you're identified with the nation, you will do good things to your nation at the cost of another nation. Yes or no? But that is not perceived as corruption, but it is corruption. The whole world is full of corruption, one against the other all the time, isn't it? What is mine should do well, what is yours should die. This is corruption, isn't it? With power, everything finds expression. If you're intelligent, your intelligence will find expression. If you're loving, if you become powerful, your love will find expression. If you're corrupt, your corruption will find expression, without changing the basic quality of who you are. You want to fix the outside? No. There is a tree which produces flowers, there is a tree which produces thorns. The more you empower both of them, one will produce more flowers, another will produce more thorns. So let's fix our pedigree first properly. If you fix your pedigree first, from where are you coming? Have you come from your biological identity, or do you want to live here with your divine identity? That's a choice you have. If you're identified with the biology of who you are, you will be anyway corrupt. How can you not be? Because biology is a limited process. If you're identified with this, everything outside will be outside. If you're identified with the divine, when you say, I'm a devotee, that's what it means, that I have dissolved all my limited identities and my identity is with only one thing. If it is so, you should become the Prime Minister of the world and it'll be great. World will be fine, not one's well-being at the cost of another. Well-being as it can be for all life on this planet, that's when you're not corrupt, isn't it?